My name is Nick Genovese, and I'm a grad student at Georgetown. Ever since I was 14 years old, I've been making highlight reels for professional and college athletes.
I'm 41, safety, and that's what I'm going out there to do.
Touchdown! T.Y. Simmons made a big play for Boston College.
Sophomore guard from Gate City, Virginia.
I've always been pretty into sports, especially as a fan. As you can imagine, a dream for almost all my life was to work at ESPN. But as it turned out, that wasn't exactly in the cards. Back in college, I discovered a passion for theology. Basically, trying to understand the ways in which people make meaning. And that put me on a different path. So instead of ESPN, I worked as a teacher and a campus minister at an all-boys school in Boston. I love my time working with students, but my love for sports media never went away. So I wanted to explore combining sports media with the Ignatian value of cura personalis, or care for the whole person. So I got in touch with my network of professional athletes to pitch this idea of a holistic media company, and they were open to the idea, but not exactly jumping on it. In fact, one friend said, "I'm all set now, but I wish I had this service back in college." And when I heard that, I knew I needed to pivot to college athletes. So over the last 6 months, the franchise tag became Community Crowns became Team Magis. Magis means more or greater. Maybe something like LeBron's more than an athlete message. And timing is everything, right? With the new name, image, and likeness legislation rolling out by 2021, it's never been a better time for college athletes to focus on their digital presence. So over the past few weeks, I've interviewed over 50 videographers, sports agents, lawyers, and of course, the student athletes themselves. And in these conversations, I found that a lot of times student athletes are on such a regimented schedule, practice, games, socializing. They want a full college experience, but they don't have the time to figure out who they are, what they want to do after they graduate, especially those that don't go professional. Team Magis is both a service and a product. What gives me purpose is having the conversations and listening to student athletes tell their stories, share their ideals, and I can do my best to help them make sense of their lives, to discern who they want to be. And ultimately, I aspire to highlight the whole person. We create short-form video content in a vertical format, such as for IGTV and primarily for mobile devices, so that student athletes can share who they are, what they value, and who they want to become with friends, family, and future employers. So the next steps for Team Magis are to work with student athletes to create these videos. Our hope is this core product will test if this service is valuable, and the first video is already in the works. If students express enough interest, we hope to explore payment options that are parent-funded or deferred until graduates land their first job. We eventually hope this business model can include partnerships with university athletic and career center programs. I started this journey over 10 years ago trying to highlight the player. Now, my greater desire is to highlight the whole person. If you know or can think of a student athlete who would benefit from this service, I'd love to connect. Thank you.